Yes, yes, yes. Listen, guys, I made trading harder than it needed to be, okay? And that alone was the reason why it took me so long. So I know you guys are going through this right now. You're doing things right now. You're actually making trading much harder than it needs to be, and you are slowing yourself down. So I'm gonna tell you what I did and the reason why it took me so long, okay? So let's get into it. The first one is not realizing the trend isn't your friend. Now, what do I mean? I know some of you guys are saying, bro, what are you talking about? The trend is your friend. I know, it is your friend. But the trend is like that friend that's borderline about to get, cut off because he's annoying, or you can't really trust him around money. He might steal your money, or, he might stab you in the back, or he might, talk behind your back. He's that friend that you only want to chill with him when, he's going to act good. And that's the trend, right? The trend will be your friend and it will help you make money. But there's time where that trend will, stab you in the back. It will take your money, right? So we have to understand when the trend is not your friend. And there were so many times where I was forcing it too much. I was forcing the trend. I was forcing trend trades too much to the point where it was taking my money. So I had to realize, all right, listen, the trend is only good when it's trending up, but I have to recognize when it's either about to do some choppy moves or it's about to reverse or whatever the case is. I need to know that, okay, or recognize that so I can be prepared when that happens. So a good example is, let's go to the whiteboard right here, right? The market is trending up and all of a sudden the market, try to go up here, it's trying to go up here, and it can't, make new highs. So knowing that, guys, knowing that the market is stuck right here and it can't make new highs, do I really want to trade that? Do I really want to put my capital into the market knowing that the market is really struggling to make new highs? And the answer is no. Okay. Or we have another example when the market is going up, right? And then all of a sudden it starts to break key levels, key support levels, right? So do you really want to continue to buy when the market breaks these key levels? No. So not knowing this, it made my trading much harder than it needed to be, and I was struggling because of that. So let me show you guys a quick example of a trade. So right here, here's a stock I was trading recently, right? And basically we are in an uptrend. Now, notice how, let me zoom in a little bit. Notice how we have the market trying to make a new high right here. And the market breaks that high, but right away, sellers come in. Look at all this selling right here, guys, all right? So that alone is telling me, man, I don't know if this trend is still intact. I don't really want to buy this anymore. So what I did was I started to short the market and I started to look for profits below this support level right here. So let me show you guys the entries. So right here, we had the resistance, right? And then sellers came in. So automatically I started to short because now we have this resistance and is below this resistance right here. So I started to go short, right? And then all of a sudden it broke this support key level. And then I wanted these lows right here. Notice how I got out right here. You see this green triangle right here. So you see the red triangles right here. That's where I actually got in. So that was basically me understanding that the market is weak. The trend is weak. Let me attack to the downside. And I made a quick 1,500 short in this to the downside. So it goes back to understanding that the trend is not my friend all the time. Yes, it is my friend when the trend is strong and when it's intact. But when the market decides to show me signs that it can't continue or price is breaking support levels, right? Then I have to say, okay, the trend right now isn't looking good. Let me either stay out the market or let me start to look for short opportunities. Before in the past, I would force things. I would not look to the left. I will trade the trend just because I see the market going up. I would not look at signs like this and I would lose a lot of money. So understanding that the trend isn't your friend all the time will save you a lot of money. And by doing this, you're not making trading harder, okay? Now, the next thing that messed up my trading was not having a purpose every single week. So what I mean is most traders, when they come to trade every single week, they want to make money, right? That's it. Oh, I got to make money. I have to make money. But no, that shouldn't be your purpose every single week. Your purpose should be, okay, I have to eliminate mistakes. What mistake am I going to focus on this week? That should be your purpose. Your purpose, especially in the beginning, shouldn't be making money. Your purpose should be, okay, I need to focus on this mistake. So let's say your mistake is revenge trading. This week, I'm only going to focus on revenge trading. I'm going to do my best not to revenge trade it. And then when you feel like, okay, that problem is solved, you go to the next mistake. Okay. You do that until you eliminate mistakes. Success is all about eliminate mistakes. So let's go to whiteboard real quick. Okay. So let's say that, you have to eliminate 8 mistakes, right? Let's say in total is 8 mistakes you have to eliminate in order to see success, right? When it comes to trading. So let's say that one mistake is revenge trading. Next one is FOMO, whatever, right? And you start to eliminate mistakes. Now it's going to get to a point where all of a sudden you start to see results. Man, I only have 2 more mistakes left. I need to continue to go because, man, I'm starting to actually make profits now. So you eliminate this mistake, and then all of a sudden you eliminate this mistake. Now you're starting to see profitable weeks, profitable months. Now, here's the thing. Your mistakes will come back, okay? So you will still have those mistakes, FOMO, revenge trading. But the thing is, what you want to do is you want to make sure, even if those mistakes come back, you try to eliminate those mistakes right away, okay? So the problem with most people is they have these mistakes, right? Let's say all of a sudden they start to eliminate one mistake, okay? And then they eliminate another mistake. And then while they are working on a new mistake, they will let that old mistake come right back. So they are working on this mistake right here, but in the meantime, they're making the old mistakes come back. So how can you even go forward? You can't. So you have to work on your mistakes every single week. That should be your purpose, not to make money. See, once you work on your mistakes and you start to eliminate your mistakes, the money's going to come automatically. So don't even worry about the money, guys. Focus on eliminating your mistakes every single week so you can become that profitable trader, because that's what's going to help you see success. And this right here made my trading more complicated than it needed to be because I didn't have a purpose every single week. I didn't say, okay, this week I'm going to only focus on FOMO. This week I'm going to only focus on revenge trading. I didn't have that, guys. So this is very important. The next thing that slowed me down was comparing myself to other traders. And I know some of you guys are doing this too, okay? You will see John post something on Instagram and say, oh yeah, I just made 5K in 10 minutes, whatever. And you hear making, only $30 a trade or $100 a trade, right? And some of you guys are comparing yourself to that trader and you're not realizing, listen, that trader probably been trading for 5 years, or that trader been trading for, X amount of years, and you're just starting out. And that alone, I was comparing myself to other traders when I was first starting out, and my $50 a day or $100 a day or $100 I make on a trade wasn't enough. And you have to really think about it, right? Let's say that you make $100, I don't know, in 15 minutes. Where else can you do that? I don't know anybody that's making $100 in 15 minutes. Probably the average person, let's say, is making $20 an hour. In order to get that $100, they have to work 5 hours. And you just did that in 15 minutes. So you have to look at it that way. You have to appreciate that $100, right? Or even $50. You have to appreciate it because, bro, you're doing it in 15 minutes, 30 minutes. So you have to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to start to appreciate that because, man, I don't really know anybody that's making this type of money at home. So you have to understand that you are at a level where you only are making $50 a day. But once you get used to this, or once you have more experience, you can always make more money. But appreciate the money that you're making right now. Appreciate it because it's a blessing, right? And this alone right here made my trading much harder than it needs to be because I was focusing too much on other traders. Now, next one is not having the right education. I started to, search online, get a lot of free information, and there's nothing wrong with free information. Okay. I know a lot of people either don't like courses or they think that courses is a waste of time. I get it. Fine. It is what it is. But me personally, I'm a person that thinks outside the box, right? Usually entrepreneurs, they don't mind investing in their education because they know that it speeds up time. Most people can't even grasp that idea, okay? And that's why they are still stuck, right? And sometimes you might have to buy, 2 or 3, even 4 courses before it clicks. And a lot of people just can't understand that idea too. Oh, I just bought one course. You think one course is going to save you? Sometimes you need to invest into multiple courses. I know I spend thousands on education, and I know that the people that are successful in trading, they spend thousands on education. So stop thinking that one little course is going to save you. Yes, it might be that course, but sometimes you might have to invest in multiple courses. But what happened to me was I decided to not invest into my education. It took me 5 years to say, all right, I'm going to stop trying to do it by myself and I'm going to invest in my education and I'm going to learn the right way. I want organized information because if you get free information, it's not organized. And that alone made my trading much harder than it needed to be. Now, the next one is focusing on one bad day. Okay. And it's not just one bad day, focusing on one bad week or even one bad month. Think about it, guys. If you have one bad day, how many days are in a year? Okay. I remember I used to, give that day so much energy. Like, man, I can't believe I lost that day. Like, I would give it so much energy. And not knowing that it's 365 days, but it's actually 250 trading days, right? So I'm actually worrying about one day and it's 249 days left. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense. So guys, stop focusing on one day. Stop focusing on one losing week or even one losing month. You still have 11 months left. So I remember when I stopped focusing on or one losing day or one losing month, and I just said, I'm just going to keep going. That helped me out a lot because when I did focus on that, I made my trading much harder than it needed to be. So stop doing that. It's a waste of time. Now, the next one is not being picky enough on my trades. Okay. Back in the days, I used to take any trade. Now I'm picky. Okay. I want the best trade, period. It's just what it is. You have to be picky sometimes. Okay. Now, you don't have to be too picky, but you want to be picky enough to not just take any trade just because you want to take a trade. Okay. So this alone, in my opinion, slowed me down a lot because I was just taking any trade, right? I saw, I used to love pin bars a lot, right? So every time I saw a pin bar, boom, I was in a trade. But every pin bar is not created equal because you have to understand the context, right? You have to understand the time of day you trade. You have to understand, is it at a key level? Is the market bullish? Is the market bearish? Whatever the case is, you have to understand this stuff in order to take the right trade. So me not being picky, I made trading much harder than it needed to be. So the next one is not giving my strategy enough time. Okay, man, like this was a big struggle because I used to literally, if a trade, if I didn't see no profits within that week, boom, on to the next strategy. That strategy didn't show me profits, boom, on to the next strategy. I mean, it was like I was hopping like crazy. I know some of you guys are hopping like crazy too. So giving a strategy enough time is the best thing. Okay, mastering that one strategy. So that definitely made my trading much harder, guys. So make sure that you don't do that. Don't strategy hop. Give it enough time and see it work out. And the last one is not starting out with an appropriate amount of risk, right? We all want to quit our job. We all want to, make money. But when you first start out, guys, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. So me personally, trying to speed up my success by risking a lot, man, I mean, it slowed me down, right? It made my trading much harder than it needed to be because I was going 2 steps forward and then 5 steps back. So it's like, man, it's like I'm seeing progress, but this one trading day would wipe out all my profits because I'm trying to risk too much. So me, I said, you know what? I have to I don't care, bro. I have to just, risk a small amount. Okay. Even if it's going to take me longer, it is what it is. Because me seeing profits for 2 months and then 1 day or 2 days wipe out all those profits, bro, it was getting annoying and it was holding me back. So that alone, guys, it would definitely make your trading much harder than it needs to be. So guys, listen, I know a lot of you guys are going through this. Make sure you don't make these same mistakes. Make sure you are on point every single day. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification for my next video because you definitely want to see it. And if you have any comments, comment below because I always try to answer your guys' questions. Thanks a lot for your time and please have a great day.